Businesses depend on diverse, multidisciplinary teams that are made up of the cumulative skills of men and women, those from different cultural backgrounds, and workers of different ages. However, merely putting a diverse group of people together does not guarantee high performance. It requires inclusive leadership. Leadership that ensures all team members feel included, valued, inspired, and confident. According to research, teams with inclusive leaders perform well, make excellent decisions, act cooperatively, and even skip work less frequently. Let's examine the traits that set inclusive leaders apart from others. First, inclusive leaders have an evident, observable commitment to diversity. They question norms, create an environment where inclusion is embedded in their day-to-day life, while simultaneously holding those around them responsible for their actions. They understand that mistakes will be made and are the first to acknowledge their limits. They foster an environment where collaboration is encouraged so that people can learn from one another. They understand that others around them have different experiences and ideas and remain open-minded in their approach to working with people by ensuring they actively listen to others whilst remaining empathetic. They acknowledge that bias exists both systematically and within themselves, and they therefore reward based on merit rather than based on their biases. Inclusive leaders take the time to understand different cultures and are accommodating to the specific needs of those cultures. Through being open-minded and taking the time to understand others, they create a collaborative team where people feel empowered and valued. An organisation that allows for team cohesion and psychological safety. Although these aspects may be considered as the norm and typically aligned with good leadership, the major differences between good leadership and inclusive leadership can be summarised in 3 aspects. The first aspect falls under the category of awareness. Many leaders are unaware of whether people view them as inclusive and are also unaware of what behaviours align with inclusivity. The second aspect can be categorised as a no grey area. This means that a leader either aligns with inclusivity or they do not. A leader needs to create an environment where people fully feel as though they are being treated fairly and that they have psychological safety. If there are times when they do not feel this way, then the leader is not fully inclusive. This leads on to the third aspect, which focuses on the idea that the leader's inclusive behaviour needs to be embedded in their everyday behaviour, not something that just happens on occasion. They need to ensure that they are actively and consistently trying to create a diverse, inclusive environment. Here are 4 suggestions on how to become an inclusive leader. Number 1. Communicate. Speak to those around you regularly to gauge whether you are an inclusive leader. Ensure you're speaking to a wide range of people so that you can identify the areas you can improve on. Number 2. Ensure you are vocal and visible in your inclusivity. Tell people why you value inclusivity and show that it's embedded in the organisation. Number 3. Create opportunities for people to share their views in an environment where they feel safe and supported. Number 4. Be observant. Make sure you're looking at how and where inclusive behaviours are present in your team. Are individuals from a more diverse group exchanging ideas with you? Are people collaborating more when they work together? Remember, consistency is key, and leaders who foster an environment of inclusivity will see the direct impact through a high-performing and varied team.